Did you miss me? Maybe a little bit? I really got to know because I'm suffering from the holiday blues, man. They got me down, so down low to the ground. Painful, very painful. Just kidding. But the silly season is officially here, my fiends, so let's get silly. From Hollywood, it's the world-famous Mojo Elliott here to rap about the stuff nobody really gives a rat's ass about. But I like to give it a little twist and a little spin. Rated E for explicit and extraterrestrial. Alexa, what day is it?
It's Tuesday, December 3rd.
Did you have a good Thanksgiving? Did you get fat? I hope you got fat. How could you not? Turkey, ham, mashed potatoes and gravy, stuffing, cranberry sauce, coleslaw. Maybe you had a little salad on the side. King's Hawaiian rolls. Apple pie, pumpkin pie, covered, smothered with whipped cream. And followed by a shot of Ozempic. But that's how we celebrate Thanksgiving in the United States of America today. All right, real quick. Starting in January, the Rat's Ass Podcast will post new episodes on Tuesday and Friday instead of Tuesday and Thursday. Our last podcast for 2024 is coming up on December 17th, but I'll be back on January 3rd to give you the bird, because that's what you've come to expect from me. All right, so what's this fit check bullshit that's making the rounds on TikTok and Reels these days? I mean, do you really give a rat's ass about what brands people are wearing? I can't do a fact check, as you know. Not to be rude, but I do this podcast in the nude. Guess what that was? It's called Theater for the Mind. Get your head out of the gutter. All right, let's jump on the Rat's Ass Podcast X-Feed for some extra cheese. This is a new feature we're doing. This is where we share an imbecile's post and share some of the hate it generates. This comes from Ragtag. Do you think Travis Kelce will present a Christmas engagement ring to Taylor Swift? Bossman Eddie replied, who gives a rat's ass? Now that's my kind of response. Thanks for the plug, Eddie. Claire Von Seca said, who wants to marry a guy whose brother has a poopy butt? She's talking about Jason Kelce, Travis's brother who played in the NFL for the Philadelphia Eagles. He admitted that he once crapped his pants during an NFL game, so we can talk about it. Pinky B said, I bet their wedding bands will be matching cock rings. There you go. Bring the hate. Oh, that's excellent. All right, pucker up. Here's today's Hollywood cheese. The Rat's Ass Podcast congratulates and celebrates CNBC's Joyless Reed as this year's winner of the 2024 Lorena Bobbitt Award. We give this out every year. This is our first year. To the woman who's most likely to cut off a man's dick. All right, ex-TV talker and comedian Ellen DeGeneres recently purchased a castle in England to scissor her partner, Portia de Rossi. I wonder if they're using the English cucumber. Oh, never mind. But after taking on some torrential rains, her castle is now underwater, much like her career. After beating Ohio State on Saturday, the Michigan Wolverine players thought it'd be a great idea to plant the school's flag midfield in Ohio State's logo. Naturally, a fight ensued. There was pepper spray involved. It was kind of nasty. But I got to tell you, man, things sure have changed since I played football. We used to plant the flag after the game, if you know what I'm saying. AC/DC, my all-time favorite band, has announced they're kicking off a U.S. tour this April, and I can't wait. But here's the weird part. All of their concerts are going to start at noon. That's right, I said noon. We're going to do nooners with AC/DC. Well, when you think about it, though, the boys in the band are now, I think all of them are well into their 70s. So I'm guessing they're really into those early bird specials and lights out by 7, especially on the road. Britney Spears turned 43 years old yesterday. Happy birthday to Britney. You know what? It seems like it was just yesterday that I was playing Oops, I Did It Again on the radio. She was 19 and barely legal. Have you seen her videos, her dance videos she does on Instagram? And I openly admit I watch them every single day, mainly because I'm curious if she'll add a poll. But who gives a rat's ass, right? All right, let's dig into what you come here for. The Rap Email. This is where you email your thoughts, observations, comments, and questions to me at ratsasspodcast@gmail.com, and I respond to them. The more outrageous and salacious, the better. Now, I do not read your emails in advance. My producer, Fleabag, who, believe it or not, is still with me, forwards me your name and where you're from.
DV1.
Thank you, Alexa. Appreciate it. You're working overtime today. So let me back up. My producer, Fleabag, forwards me your name, where you're from, and condenses them down so I can respond rapid fire and on the fly. So zip them up. Let's get busy. Melanie K. from Byesville, Ohio, wants to know, I am thinking about getting my first tattoo. Where should I put it so men think it's sexy? I read this on the flight to Arizona a few weeks ago. The tramp stamp is making a comeback, apparently. That's kind of a sexy option, I think, for ladies. But personally, I've always been in favor of 2 buckets under the nipples. I think those would be kind of cool. Leslie W., Cambridge, Massachusetts. Do you think it's okay for men to sleep around with as many women as they want, but consider a woman who does the same thing to be a tramp? Leslie, I believe in EOF, equal opportunity fucking. You know, we only live once in this crazy life. Go hump your brains out. Who gives a rat's ass? Max P. in Salem, Oregon says, I dig your podcast. Thanks, Max. It's definitely different from all the other ones. But hey, do you think church is still a good place to meet women? Absolutely, Max. You know, if you like hearing women scream, oh God, during sex, and not your name, you know, you can't beat it. I think it's a good warm-up for you. Spike B. in Dublin, Ohio. Hello, Ireland. I have an Irish drink with a dirty name for you. It's called the Bod and the Brill. Translated in American, it's the dick and the clit. Oh, God. Well, Spike, let's put it through the test. Hey, bartender, give me the dick and the clit. That doesn't pass the test. The Bod and the Brill might, he just wouldn't know what it was. So eventually I'd have to say, give me the dick and the clit. Tell you what I'm going to do, though. I'm going to put it on the Rat's Ass Podcast blog with all the other dirty name recipes. This one includes Irish whiskey and tequila with a squirt of lemon juice. Try it out. Derek K., Katy, Texas. What would you do if you came home and another man was doing nasty things to your bouncy bottom little chick? Well, Derek, I'd probably perform a sex change operation. I'd get out a dull, rusty knife and go to work. You just crossed your legs, didn't you, fellas? Marianne P. from Zanesville, Ohio said, I've been with my boyfriend for about a month, and I haven't slept with him yet. However, I did sleep with his brother long before I met him. Should I tell him? Well, Marianne, it sounds like you're into the family plan. I have a feeling your boyfriend already knows you slept with his brother, because brothers do talk. That's probably why he asked you out, to be honest with you. He's going to find out for himself what it's like. But just in case, the answer is yes. You want to tell the truth, because eventually it'll come out. So do yourself a favor and unburden yourself by what has been. Keep sending your emails with your thoughts, observations, comments, and questions to ratsasspodcast@gmail.com. I'll give you my 2 cents that makes absolutely no sense on the next podcast. That's going to do it for this episode of the Rat's Ass Podcast. The conversation continues on X. You'll also find us on TikTok, Instagram, and Facebook, where you can also read the Rat's Ass Podcast blog. Guess what you got to do? Just search for Rat's Ass Podcast. Amazing, isn't it? How that all works? All right, before I go shake the dew off the lily, did you know women secretly crave 3 things? Number 1, the thrill of sex in public places. The rush from potentially getting caught. Doing something that is completely taboo. Those are the 3 things women secretly crave. So, gentlemen, take your lady to a restroom in a bar tonight, leave the stall door open, and whip out a foot-long chub of bologna and put that theory to test. What's this? Fleabag just handed me this. Thanks, Fleabag. But first, shout out to everyone listening in the USA and Phoenix, Las Vegas, and Corpus Christi. Also in the UK, Sweden, and Germany. All right, says here, this isn't good. Eminem's mother, Debbie Nelson, who was played by Kim Basinger in the movie 8 Mile, has passed away at the age of 69. That's sad. Feel bad for Marshall Mathers. During the holidays, those are the worst. May she rest in peace. All right, well, we're going to do this again on Thursday, December 5th, and that's the wrap.